It's done spinning. We are live. Welcome,
Yes.
everybody. Fall seasonal selection. Tom is here with me. Tom from New York.
Hello, sir. Hello, Scott from Kansas. How you doing?
Scott from Kansas. Tom from New York. Doing good.
Yeah,
Doing good.
yeah. I'm doing all right, man. It's good to be back here. I haven't been on one of these in a while, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to be with you, dude. I didn't want to miss this one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And it's always good having you on because you got such a great palate, and you can bring out, I think, more masterful. I would consider myself like an industrial taster. It's like I'm going to
bet you say that. You probably say that to all the girls, right? Probably. Yeah.
I'm going to give you the base notes, and then you're one of those advanced guys that comes in and, you're riding horseback, in the desert at nighttime when the palm tree,
AKA bullshit artist, right? Yeah. Nah, it's fun. I try to, you try to use your imagination, and I've been doing this for, as they may say in Scotland, a wee while. So, yeah, it's fun to kind of get a little creative with it. Still stay in the realm of reality,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But yeah, man, it's yeah. And I want to plug the gathering. We got the gathering coming up on Monday in New York City. And I hope some people are coming to see us. Those of you who are in town and coming to see us, great. Those of you who are out of town and coming to visit with us, I know we do have a few people from the West Coast coming over, so thank you for joining us at the gathering. We'll have our whole team there. We'll have our CEO, Andrew Dane, will be our special guest. He'll be chatting everybody up. Me and Scott will be there. I think Scott is going to attempt to do a YouTube preview from the front of Midnight Blue in Gramercy Park. So we'll see how crazy that gets.
Right.
Right. But yeah, we're gonna have our 3 gathering whiskeys, and then I'd say around about 3 dozen samples from bottles of Christmases past for people just to sample and get into, and it'll be a lot of fun. And you're gonna be coming out to join us, man.
That's right. Looking forward to it. I always love coming to New York City.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not a bad place. We are mostly nice. I mean, I'm not very nice, but most of the New Yorkers are quite nice, as long as they're not pushing you into the subway tracks or anything. Yeah. It's good. Just a little East Coast charm for you, No, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. And we got a lot of fun stuff coming up later this month. So next week will be cool with that, and then another special release. But tonight we have in front of us this fall seasonal selection lottery bottle, which I just started nosing a little while ago, and it's been some time. It's been some time, as in about 2 weeks, since I tasted one of these 53s, and man, this one's just singing. It's just singing. We've had a lot come out now. I think you're starting to see, now this goes back a couple of years, our increase in sherry cask production, or sherry cask maturation, I should say. And a lot of our peated whiskeys now you're seeing in some sherried casks, and Distillery 53 is one of those situations where you're seeing a little bit more of the sherry and peat playing together. But here it's ex-bourbon. It's refill hoggy, like totally for the purist, the peat purist, so to speak. But yeah, so we're releasing this. This is our 3rd seasonal selection of the year. We had the spring in March, we had the summer in July, and we're about 9 days a little early for the fall seasonal selection. But hopefully you'll have it in your hands by the time September 21st rolls around, and you can toast in the new season.
Yeah. Ooh. And then of course winter on the schedule coming up within the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's going to be a That's going to be a rich and saucy 36, I believe. Is it going to
Oh,
be a 36? Let me
I
check.
don't.
All
We've
right.
had some good 36s. So we've had, you know, and I was telling you before, Distillery 53. I believe all of our casks from Distillery 53 are just phenomenal casks, just great.
Yes, I would
They are.
absolutely agree with that sentiment. And yeah, it's a 36. It's going to be out of a first fill Solera PX barrique.
Ooh,
So that's going to be good. But I
wow.
absolutely agree with you. Uh, 53 and 29 are two Isla distilleries where I think our single casks are just on a different level from the official bottlings, just on a completely different level. Not necessarily better or worse, but you know that's up to you guys. It's up to everybody out there who's drinking. But
Oh, they're better.
they're consistently different. I'll let you say that. They're consistently different from the expressions, but in a consistent way in and of themselves, I think, where you have the kind of marshmallow vanilla core to 53, and you have that kind of honeyed core to 29, which around that. Oh yeah, that's true. But around that, you have all the beautiful smoke and all the maritime bells and whistles that you want. But yeah, I find that consistently over the course of tasting lots of different 53s and 29s. So
Yeah.
this one's singing tonight, Scott.
Yeah.
It's singing.
Soon
And
as I
what was
popped it, man, the peat jumped out here, and I'm not sure it is in the lightly peated.
no,
This,
is it lightly peated?
yeah,
It
it's
is.
lightly
Yeah,
peated. Yeah,
you're right.
it's. I mean, this is close to peated. I mean, it's borderline. So we'll see. We'll see though.
It's very close.
Yeah.
It's one of those like if we were to show this at an outturn preview, most people would be like, "Oh no, this is definitely peated," and then we'd say,
Yes.
"Well, it's slightly peated," and then all the
Yeah.
arms would fly up. And, what are you talking about? You
Yeah.
know, but that's the fun of the individual experience.
I guess
Our
you. I guess you could say for Distillery 53, it's lightly peated.
within the context of the distillery, yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Right.
Um,
Just
yeah,
a
yeah.
citrus, forestry, earthy smoke.
Who's riding horseback now, man? You just rattled off all that stuff. Yeah, sure. I mean, I get. You know what I've gotten in a lot of these recently, in addition to that kind of vanilla core I was talking about, is an element of brininess,
Yeah.
like olive brine, like dirty martini type element. I mean, less the clear spirit, just that kind of
Yeah.
olive brine, and
Yeah.
that hits me. That hits me immediately, and right behind it is that nice sweetness.
Yeah.
That nice vanilla sweetness, which is a really nice 1-2 punch, and then the kind of smoked bacon comes out to me.
Oh.
and
Ooh. Really thick sliced salted bacon.
yeah. There's in New York City, in Brooklyn, there's a place called Peter Luger. I don't know if anyone's ever been to it. It's a fairly famous steakhouse, and they have these thick ass like pieces of bacon. They're like probably 8 inches long and a ½ inch thick.
Yeah.
And they're candied and then kind of like pan seared, I suppose. And ooh,
Yeah. It's like
I kind of get a bit of that in this for
one
sure.
of those new appetizers you see at the trending places, the slabs of bacon, the candied bacon like that.
Yeah.
But
so okay, so Hokey, you threw that up, and I was waxing poetic. I do apologize. It's not really flannel season yet for me. In New York City, it's still about 80 degrees. So this is a short sleeve shirt. I don't want to sweat my ass off on camera. So, I'm rocking the solid short sleever. I assure you, a month from now, when I'm doing a stream, I will have the lumbersexual flannel in full regale. So hold tight. We're almost there.
All right, I'm ready. This is making me
man.
salivate, so I'm going in on the palate.
That's lovely. It's a good color too. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed the color. Really, and this is refill hogshead territory here. So really a nice color for 13 years in that hogshead. Really what you'd expect. Yeah, nice golden.
For sure. I'm thinking back.
golden.
I'm thinking back to our exclusive cask, Winter's Green, that was released in May.
Yeah,
and so much paler, and I think that's like 10 years in a refill. But this is easily 2 or 3 shades darker.
Yes. Yeah.
And that beautiful brine, vanilla, bacon going on for me.
Yep. Smoked citruses, smoked fruits on the grill on the beach there. All right. Cheers.
All right, man.
Palate.
Slanja.
Cheers.
I'm working on a new toast. I want to try it out on you guys. Let me know what you think of this. May your drams be many, and may your headaches be few. What do you think? Simple.
Yeah.
Headache.
Oh, I thought that was just the beginning. That's it.
No, just may your drams be many, and may your headaches be few. That's it. I've got plenty of long ones. I need a couple of zingers. A couple of short ones. So.
Salty. This is definitely like you took a piece of wood out of the ocean, driftwood, and started chewing on it. Mossy, salty, citrusy, the vanillas, liquid vanilla, full palate, gorgeous.
Damn, what's the ABV on this?
57.5.
That is really well textured.
Yeah.
Really well textured.
Yeah. Great mouthfeel on it. It's chewy. It hangs in there. Nice finish.
Just silk. It's really silky on the entry. I get a lot of your saltiness, that kind of driftwood, like kind of a bonfire. Like bonfire has just been put out with ocean water, right? With like seawater. Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. More saltiness. And now just a tiny bit on the finish, which keeps going. It's really there. I mean, it's a really long finish, actually. Because now I'm getting into, and this is something I didn't pick up until just now, is the medicinal aspect, right? Like usually, probably one could argue Southern Isla is all, a lot more medicine than Northern Isla where we are here. But just the faintest whisper of that, like that antiseptic iodine type vibe, that I quite frankly look for in my Isla whiskeys.
Yes.
And it's just coming, it's just a very light accent, but more complexity. That just adds one more layer to it.
A little bit of the earthy mintiness, and even I'm getting a cigar wrapper too, just like you've been sucking on a dark Maduro cigar wrapper.
Yeah, that mintiness tends to come up in these 53s quite a bit.
Sweet, peaty.
Sounds like you like it.
Earthy. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get a round of water on there. Woo. Ashy. There's some cigarette ash.
I have to add a little more whiskey. I sipped a little bit too much neat. Sue me.
Hazard of the job.
That's right. Hazard of this job, huh?
Yeah.
Are we not lucky guys?
Yeah.
We get to sit here with all these bottles behind us. Jeez.
Just
taste. Why don't you guys come over? Why don't you guys all come over sometime and hang out with us? And we'll happily open all this stuff for you. You just gotta knock on our door. We're around.
That's right.
All right, I'm throwing in some water.
Yep, got a round on mine.
Bit more of your citrus I get coming through, almost like a grilled, if you were like to grill up some lemons or something,
I jumped right in on the palate, didn't even nose it. This water starts to open this up and it really expands. It feels hotter. 57.5 neat. It feels hotter with water. I'm getting more of the maritime
How
sea
much water did
time.
you put in?
I put so probably 5 or 6 drops,
Okay.
which
Because I just
I
kind of
will.
add a little bit more. Because I
Yeah,
mean, anyway. I'm just saying, I'm not getting the heat at all. I mean,
really.
I got a touch of the heat on the finish neat, but really the entry was all just silk, and then it kind of like went sideways. With this, it's very, very silky. But I probably added, maybe a half ounce,
Oh, okay.
quarter ounce of water.
People always ask, is it a drop of water? I don't necessarily think it's a drop of water. To me, it's several. It depends on how much whiskey is in your glass, and it depends on the ABV of the whiskey. I mean, like if you've got a real healthy pour and it's
Yeah,
67% ABV, literally a drop of water isn't going to do anything to it. You're going to add several drops there
yeah.
and then see. And if that doesn't change it, then add a few more drops. So this one, 5 or 6 drops. And yeah, then I'll add 5 or 6 more and just kind of see what happens with it.
Well, also recall what Charlie McLean instructs us to do, to dilute to our own palate, and
Yeah.
that's when nosing neat, to get a really good sense of what he calls the prickle, or we could call it the burn, or whatever you want to call it, but get a good sense of how much reaction your nose is having to the whiskey, and then drop by drop, add just enough water so that reaction is gone, so that prickle is totally gone, and you've done the best that you can do to reduce to your palate. And
Yes.
that's from Charlie. I mean, he's been around. Sorry, I gotta do this rumba thing with my light above head. Oh God, somebody didn't pay the bills. But that's I think that's a cool way to do it, because it does take into account our personal, physiological makeup. And, we all are a little different in how we interact with these, like literally, like physically. So that kind of, whether it's 5 drops or 10 drops or whatever, if you follow that kind of prickle rule, just getting rid of that prickle, then you should be in a pretty good spot for your palate. And then just play. Yeah. And then start all over again. And just keep dramming.
Yeah. I always encourage everybody to try it neat. Always try it neat. If it's your first time with a whiskey, always try it neat. And then I started using the terminology, put a round of water on it, because you don't know how many drops it is. Like I say, it depends on how much is in your glass, depends on the ABV, all that. But so a round of water could be 5 drops, could be 6, 7, 8, who knows? And then I just put my second round on here. So I added another 5 or 6 drops. And I think this one we'll see, because I don't have near as much whiskey in there. So we could see some variance.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the smoke is really clean. I still get a lot of that kind of like just a hickory smoked bacon type. I don't get a lot of other, some of them, like the 16s. Oftentimes I'll get like a brisket kind of character, like burnt ends,
Yeah,
that kind of thing. But here to me, it's very like fatty bacon, like just straight up. And
I like
that vanilla, that like it's kind of got a marshmallow vibe going on.
I like this one with water. I really think it's opening it up, and it's bringing in some of those other notes. I've gotten hints of the smoked roasted peanuts, with the water. It kind of brought out that tobacco, tobacco leaf wrapper, a little bit of a cigarette ash. That was all with water that wasn't necessarily there before. So, yeah, I'm really digging. And the second round of water, I think, is even making it more palatable. And it's still burning a little bit though too. So according to Charlie, I could still bring this one down, maybe with another round of water.
On the nose, that's where you want to kind of gauge it. Not on the palate. Palate does its own thing, but the nose is the key to that exercise. But yeah, wow, it's damn good, man.
Yeah, it's a great bottle.
Party on the beach. It's a fun label. We got pigs and goats and things there. Yeah.
That was one thing we really didn't mention at the first, was just 53.479. Of course, the email went out today, so everybody saw that.
Right.
Party on the Beach is the name of it. A 13-year-old Isla, lightly peated. Refill Hogshead was our cask type on this one. And 57.5%. I got 57.8. I must not have had the lights bright enough earlier today when I made the.
Getting old, Scott. Getting old.
The last couple of years, I've noticed a lot of things with my eyes.
Nothing a few drams won't cure.
That's right.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. Yeah.
Oh,
so I noticed earlier. Can you scroll back? Can I scroll back?
On the comments. I don't know.
Yeah, there were some comments. So, 811. Cheers to you, Jen and Scott from George Kaplan. Wishing you many happy years. So, Scott, I would like to congratulate you on your nuptials, and we're very, very happy for you. The whole team is happy for you. I know you've gotten some champagne from some of us, but I've got a special bottle coming your way that I'm going to give you in New York. So,
nice.
It'll be, I hope you like it. Anyway,
my new wife. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
My new wife is here tonight. She's in the background sipping along with us. She loves Pete, and she's been commenting there. Jen Currents Bruno, of course, in the comments. We asked her if she wanted to come on screen. She declined. She did not have her makeup on or something. I don't know.
I didn't have my makeup on either, but on Monday at the gathering, I am going to have on no makeup.
Sorry, Tom, anyway. You were getting ready. I think you were going to.
Well, I just wanted to toast to you guys. I hope everyone who's following along, let's raise a glass and wish you and Jen all the very, very best in your life together. May you discover all kinds of things and enjoy many, many fine, fine whiskeys together. Cheers to you both.
Amen. Cheers.
Well, damn. So now I poured that neat again. I got to say neat on this.
Oh, really?
The texture is just so cloying and delicious and rounded. Oh man, that's very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I would do that. I would grill up some lobster, douse it in butter, and have a nice 3 fingers of this next to it to enjoy. Nice little seafood and whiskey pairing. Yeah.
We got married. We leased or chartered a yacht for the day on Saturday. We had our kids and some friends there. It was 12 of us max on the yacht all day long. Had a private chef that came in that cooked for us. He had a lobster ceviche was one of his, you just mentioned lobster. So nice. It made me think, but we had, it was great food, great times, great day.
Awesome, man.
I got to pour. You went neat. I got to try it neat again here.
Yeah.
I've been sipping with water, and I'm up to 3 rounds of water on that one, and it's still, I thought, handling it very well. Let's see though. Let's go back neat. Yeah. Multicasking says 3 fingers of lobster and upcoming bottle.
Yeah, that sounds all right. Damn,
it's brighter and more lively when it's neat, but it's also just really compressed. It's still good, delicious. Wow. Yeah, and now I'm still getting those.
I see what you're saying. Compressed is a good way to put it. Yeah, it is a little wound up still, isn't it?
Yeah. But still, I mean, still now I'm getting still in there though. Those roasted peanuts I wasn't getting before. A little bit of the cigarette ash, still citrusy, vanillas, maritime, salty, beach, earth, tobacco. Very nice. A lot going on with this one.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Really good. So if you guys have not, I mean, I'm sure everyone on this stream has signed up for the lottery, and I do hope you have a chance to order this. And I mean, honestly, I think no matter where you are in the country, I suppose, one can say that my seasons are slightly different from the seasons down in Tampa where Jen's from. But this is a whiskey that can play to all of them, right? It can play to a summer crowd. It can play to a cooler air, crunchy leaves kind of petrichor crowd too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Very
a
nice.
pretty versatile whiskey. Real nice.
And like you mentioned, this is by lottery until Monday.
Yeah, Monday around 2:00 in the afternoon Eastern time. These days we usually send out a last call. So if for some reason you've had a seizure or fallen into a K-hole and wake up Monday morning, you'll still have a chance to enter your information for the lottery. Yeah.
And the link is down below in the description for the video as well. You can click on that and register. You do have to be an SMWS member, and you do have to use your email address that's associated with your account. So everything we do is by email. If you don't use that, you're not going to get registered. So make sure you use your SMWS email.
And if you are not a member yet, it has really never been easier to become one. You just go to our site, shop for a bottle that sounds amazing to you, and then add your membership at a 50% discount right on the checkout. Yep.
That's right.
It's a great feature we worked on for a while. We finally got it all figured out. I don't know. That's all over my head. I'm just a sales guy,
That's right.
But yeah, it seems really cool. So yeah. So it's a good way to just kind of hit the ground running and see what these whiskeys are all about. Great, Scott.
Yep.
What do you got? Any closing remarks?
That's it. Love this one.
Awesome.
Great bottle. How many are available? Let's see. Off the top of your head? I can look here.
Not off the top of my head, but
246.
246.
U.S. exclusive, of course, with that fall seasonal selection. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in. And Tom, thanks for joining me. Great notes once again.
Oh man, what a pleasure! It's always a pleasure to see you, Scott.
Looking forward to seeing you,
especially with your post marriage glow. It's quite something. Yeah.
Yep. And we get to see each other next week. Seeing each other in person is always better. We were just in Austin. Well, it was May.
It's an embarrassment of riches, isn't it? Yeah, it was just May. It feels like yesterday, but it was May that we were at that Independent Bottlers Symposium. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So throwing down with folks from Lost Lantern and Andalusia and Balcones.
Iron Root.
Yeah, Iron Root. Amazing. Won't have barrels for us until 2026. Good problem to have.
Yeah.
Good problem to have.
They're guaranteed to be good ones, though. So.
Oh, yeah. No, that's serious. That's serious bourbon right there, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yep.
53.479. Party on the beach. Party in our mouths. It was awesome. So I hope you guys get some, and hope to see you on Monday
in New York in person.
In New York in person. You're signing off. May your drams be many, and may your headaches be few.
That's right. And as we say on the back of every bottle, SMWS whiskeys are not for swigging, glugging, or knocking back. Please drink responsibly. Cheers. And it's in